Adding these few conditions to the 1 minute pullback and 3-bar play turned it into an extremely powerful setup and strategy that we back tested in this video, so make sure you stick around. Okay, so as we approach this backtesting session, if you don't know what a 1 minute pullback or a 3-bar play actually is, it's when a stock actually pushes up and then we see one red candle pullback before continuing on its way up, breaking the previous high and ripping moving forward. That's what we're really looking for here, and there's a lot of significance for the 3-bar play and 1 minute pullback that gives it some really solid momentum as well. Because a lot of traders are looking for an entry there when we get that pullback, that way it's less extended, and so when we get just one candle and then a break of the previous high, momentum flows in, volume flows in, and we get a really nice move up a ton of the time. Now, like I said before though, I implemented it with my own system and I didn't quite get the results I wanted. And so we're looking for a little bit better conditions for this specific strategy. And so again, the conditions for this setup is we're just looking for a stock to be moving up and then having one red candle pullback. When we see that, we'll document whether it was a success and failure if the next following few candles actually broke the previous high. And so to do this, we're actually going to be looking back at the last 30 days of gappers. We're going to look at the previous videos and trade ideas settings that we've done, and we're going to document the best gappers each day, maybe 3 or 4, and then we're going to go back in time and look for this specific setup to be there. If we see a successful instance, we're going to give it a check, and if we see a failed instance, we're going to give it a failure. That way we can document what the actual accuracy has been over the last 30 days of penny stocks with this specific strategy, and we can find out where it works the best. Now, we've done this before with the 1 minute pullback and the 3-bar play like I've said before, but in this specific video, we're adding in the condition of it breaking the pre-market high. That way, if it breaks the pre-market high and then we actually see the 1 minute pullback there, that's what we're actually considering here. Another condition that we're looking for is when a stock drops in the first 5 minutes before reversing and breaking the previous high there, and then we see the 1 minute pullback there as well. I think those are going to show a lot of strength, and the reason I think this is actually going to work a little bit better is because when a stock reverses like that and breaks a previous high of the day, that just shows a really bullish sentiment. And the same thing with the pre-market high break as well. When a stock breaks the pre-market high, it's just a really bullish sign, and a lot of other traders see that as well. And so looking for strong bullish momentum above the pre-market high and above the red to green move seems like a solid hypothesis to check. The way we're actually going to be testing these is we're looking for that red candle, the 1 minute pullback, to actually break, and then we're risking off of the low of that red candle. And so once we get the 1 minute pullback, we're looking for the next few candles to break it and then risking off of that low. And so if our distance from our entry down to our risk is 10 cents, we're going to use a 1-to-1 ratio and use a 10-cent reward target as well. So if we hit our reward target before our risk, we consider that trade a success. And if we hit our risk before reward, then we consider that a failure. That makes it really simple to just tally our successes and failures and give us an accuracy rate for the actual backtesting. And so with all of that said, let's take a look at the actual results and backtesting here. Okay, so now that we're done actually backtesting, we got some pretty interesting results as usual. So total pre-market high breaks were 19 out of 44, and so there were 44 stocks that gapped up that we tested, and 19 of those broke the pre-market high. As for the red to green move, 24 out of 44 of those actually pulled that setup. And so the red to green move actually happens a lot more than the pre-market high break, but this is kind of something we already knew. As pre-market high breaks are pretty rare, a large majority of these penny stocks will ultimately fail. Now, as we started to test this actual strategy, we had 24 stocks that actually set up with either the pre-market high break or the red to green move, and then shortly after pulled a 1-minute pullback or 3-bar play. Out of those 24 stocks, only 6 of those actually failed this setup if you scalp it using a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio, and that makes 18 of them successful, giving us an accuracy rate of 75%. And now, if you know trading, this is a really good accuracy rate, but we also had some really nice data and some really interesting setups that I found while I was actually backtesting this. And so one of the things I actually found is that the 1-minute pullback or 3-bar play actually works a little bit better if it happens either right before the pre-market high break or red to green move break, or exactly after it. If you can wait for it to happen either right before the pre-market high break and then jump in when it breaks that pre-market high level, that can make the pre-market high extremely accurate and much more accurate than it would be usually. And the same thing with the red to green move. If you can find this setup, the 3-bar play or the 1-minute pullback, right before it breaks the previous high of the day or right afterwards, that really allows it to have some solid accuracy to take advantage of. And so I think moving forward with this strategy, I'm going to be using it in that way. I'm going to be waiting for red to green moves and then looking for the 3-bar play or 1-minute pullback right before the break. That way we can get a really nice burst of momentum, and it's not just pulling the 1-minute pullback or 3-bar play, but it's actually breaking a previous high as well, whether it be the pre-market high or the red to green break, if that makes sense. And so this has been a really solid way to approach it. I'm noticing that this helps the stock get an added boost when it breaks the pre-market high or that previous high of the day, and it kind of gives it a little bit of consolidation for some traders to jump in and letting the volume come in there as well. And you know, as I've matured as a trader and really learned the market, I'm starting to realize that setups that happen simultaneous to other setups usually give you the best results. And so when you have two setups that happen at the same time, whether it be the 1-minute pullback and the pre-market high break, or the 1-minute pullback and the red to green move, two different groups of traders are actually watching it and giving it momentum there, and so usually those are the A+ setups that will work the most as opposed to the other ones. And so I hope that makes sense, and if you have any questions or if you want to see me go over more info like this, let me know in the comments right now. Anyways, team, that's it for this one. I told you the results were pretty solid with this setup, and so hopefully you'll see me trade it with my own system and trading account. Remember guys, if you want to help support our completely free content, you can hit the like and subscribe button, but again, don't forget to go check out Trader Mike's Discord. It's a super active penny stock Discord that has a lot of talented and great traders that hang out there every single day. We hang out there after the stream, and I'll include that link in the description. You can also go check out Webull. If you sign up and deposit $100, you get a free stock. It's got free paper trading, plus a lot of other dope stuff, and I'll include those links in the description. Good luck in the markets, guys, and we'll see you all later. Have a good day, and thanks for watching, team.